Okay, TK1636.
TK55553.
And we are back. We might need a little bit of glue right there. So we've already went ahead and used the split rivet because I ran out of pop rivets for the battery box. So we just got to glue it down right here. So it's down like that. Cleaned it. That'll be later. I got to glue that just a tiny bit. I still have to trim this inside on the top and bottom. But that'll be after I'm done with everything. The sniper knee. So we have the left, and then we have the left. Does that thing go up more? So this is probably one of the hardest things to actually get on there. This one a lot of times takes two people. So the way we're gonna align it is we're gonna make sure where the ridge is here, they both line up on both sides. That means it might not be pushed in so much this way. But what I try to do is I try to glue this front end first and then bring these two. But then if you notice what it just did, so I'm gonna put a clamp here, I'm gonna clamp this side up, and then we'll hold this side. If you look at it, it's not gonna sit 100% because you look at it, one side's higher than the other. So we'll just try to make it as pretty as we can. Spray that. I'm going to glue just the front here. Sometimes I use shims too. Shims will help bring it out. But we're just going to slap it in there. Go ahead and get. So while I'm holding it, he can. Ooh, not so much. Not so tight. Did you loosen it?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe tighten this an inch. Okay. So what that's doing? Hold it. You hold it. What this is doing is we're just trying to get this to glue down, hopefully. We're going to go on one other side first. So I'm going to put it down right here, and then since the glue, not yet, we're just going to see how tight I need to do this. We'll adjust this first. There we go. So just like that. Let me throw some glue and spray. So I'll glue right here. Go ahead and spray it first, right inside there. Okay. Now I'll glue it. Pinch it right there. Oh, there you go. And there we go. So we'll just wait a few minutes. I'll just do it this way. If you look on this side, this thing's moving. All we got to do is do that. So let me see. Hopefully, this. Okay, that's good. So go ahead and spray in there. Hold it just like that. Actually, let me make sure this is tight enough. Go just a little bit looser. Okay, perfect. Throw this glue in here. Okay, pinch it. All right, there we go. So we're gonna let this sit for a few minutes. Just like that. So that's done. Now we can come back over here. I'm going to glue this tip first. Go ahead and spray it. You can lift it up this way. Pinch it right there. There we go. It's almost like you need a clamp on this one too. But I'll just hold it there for a second. Okay. Alright. Go. All right, perfect. All right, so because of the way these things bend this way, it's really hard. I can see a gap right here, but there's really no way to get something in there to push it down. I mean, I could try, but it's just going to end up messing it up more. So I just leave it like that because most people aren't going to even really see that gap there. So now I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue here and then spray it down. Try not to make it too noticeable. Go ahead. Because this this glue will like cloud up a little bit. So especially in the black color. So if you get too much glue on the outside, it's not gonna look very well. Okay, let's go. All right, perfect. So what I was telling him earlier, what I like to do, the little end pieces, I'll just bend them down just a little bit to curve. Put it inside where there's a, bring that other die now that we're done here. Just kind of bridges that little gap. Hold that real quick. Just move it to the side. Need some in the back too. So what we're trying to do, so on this one I still have to trim it here and then bend it in and then heat it up a little bit. So on this one there's just a tiny bit of a gap. So I can get one here, make it maybe just a tiny bit shorter. Just a little bit and have it fit in there, and then I can push them both together. So this is stuff you don't necessarily have to do it, but it kind of gives it a little bit of a better look. So on this one, I only need a small amount, and it's actually butted together very good. That back one needs one. Yeah, let's do the back one. Just hold that a little bit. It should be done. We'll get that top one in a second. Alright, so we already did the top one. Now we're going to do the back one. And what I'm also trying to do is hide this. If you can see that, there's a little bit of a gap. So I want to get one that's as close to the same height. These should all be the same. Yeah. So I just got to trim. This shorter one. Just trim just a tiny bit off the top. Bend it just a little bit. See if that'll fit. Lift it up. Alright, that'll work. I spray both sides, glue both sides, just use my fingers, kind of pushing down so both of the halves kind of flatten out. Probably would have been better with that little clip. Let's see if it'll stay. Ooh, go ahead and hold it. Let me see. This one I just need to make a small one for the top. I gotta do the same thing and just, trim it a little bit. Trim a little bit off the top. Again, this one I'm gonna have to cut. Oh, there we go, perfect. So now, spray this one. Okay. All right, go ahead and hold that one. Hold that one down. Which one? Didn't hold. Alright, so I gotta do a little bit more glue. Where'd it go? There it is.
All garrisons, be advised, DT-419
So this one should be done, gluing wise. We're gonna use, alright, perfect. For now, because once you start moving, it could pop off. But for now, it's on there. So, cause you have to open it in order to put your, on your armor. Sounds like it's gonna be on there pretty good. So we'll move that one, come in here. Yep. Where'd that piece go?
This is close. Almost at the hangar level. Please check in.
Oh, there. So that one's good. Okay, so just hold this right here. I'm gonna glue both these sides.
TK
And then,
4276.
I'll use a clamp real quick.
TK 3821.
Lift it up some.
TK 1245. Ready. TK 295. Ready.
One. There's two. Alright, that should clamp those two down. So, what's the next? Oh yeah. Let me see the torso. We'll do the torso real quick. Trash. So I can't put the arms together just yet. So what we're gonna do outside, I tried it on my buddy, I even tried it on me, and this is just a little bit too short. So, I need about 2 inches, so these are pretty close. So, Novos doesn't send you any extra shims, so I don't have any black to fill in the gap between both sides. So, I'm just gonna put this on, all 3 of them. Find the closest ones. I got 4 here, but anyways, I'll put the closest ones on, and then I'll attach it to the other side, and then hopefully this one's long enough. If not, I'll probably just use this one with the one up here. And then hopefully then it'll fit you. Not guaranteed, because it's kind of hard to do it without you being here. But I'm gonna take these off, put these 3 on, put these 3 onto that one. Maybe put a new snap in here, bring it out, and then I'll just glue this one into the other side. And then I can glue those 2 together, because I already know what needs to be glued. And then all that's left is the shoulder bells. Let me see the shoulder bells. All I have left is do the shoulder bells, and I just need to bring a strap, a snap, and I have to wait. Let me see that back part of so I have to basically wait until I glue where I have it marked onto the front, and then I'll make a hole, and then that snap goes into where the hole is. And then I have another strap that goes around here, and then I'll make, they won't be as long. They're supposed to be 90 millimeters long, but I only have 1, so I might have to trim 1 down to fit it. But just a little bit, I want to say it's 20, I think 90 by 20. Actually, I think these are 20. But I'll make the clips for the biceps out of these 2, so at least I say 2. And then we can put the arms together with the biceps, biceps or forearms, the shoulder bells. And then once I get these 2 together, then I can do the one last piece right there. Actually, there's 2 last pieces. I can glue these to the front, and then the free float in the back. I think I have black elastic, so I can attach them to the back, and then the hand plates. And I'll just go by my hands, and I'll just put the elastic on for the hand plates. Which actually, you do have black gloves, but those gloves probably won't last that long. If you are going to use black gloves, I wouldn't use these. I would just use the cooking, let me see, the cleaning gloves. What would you call them? Dishwasher gloves or whatever. These gloves are probably not going to last very many troops. They don't seem very thick. Yeah, the ones I have are probably twice, if not 3 times as thick as this. And then I have actually a latex one glued on, E6000s on. These, I think this plastic will end up tearing up this glove. So the best thing to do is just get what kind of gloves do we use? Those aviation gloves?
Yeah, aviation.
So those would probably be the best bet. But either way, I'm still gonna put the elastic on these to fit on whatever gloves you do decide to use. So for now, you do have these, but most of us wear aviation gloves. There's a few of us that actually use these. Arizona is quite hot. I do use these on my Sand Trooper, and when I do, I have, they call them parade gloves. The gloves, the white gloves, they look like Mickey Mouse gloves basically. And I put those inside, and then I put the rubber gloves or whatever on. It still sweats, it still sucks, but it's more realistic looking than the pilot gloves. Okay, so we're gonna go out and work on this real quick, and then, you know how much time you have. We can do the other stuff, because the rest of it I can pretty much do on my own. It's just doing this is gonna be the hardest part, doing that, and then attaching up here. So we can do that. All right, so we'll be back as soon as I take this one off and put the longer ones on.